Hello, my name is John Lord, and I am your instructor for Accounting 100. I want to spend a few minutes with this welcome video now that we've had some time to settle into the class, so you can start to leverage off the information that is on iLearn. This welcome video, if you're watching it, obviously is posted here under the announcements for the welcome video. You can see my office hours. There's a Zoom link for that, 12 to 1:30 p.m. on Mondays. This class is an asynchronous class, meaning there is no set time that we meet. You view the lectures and study the material on your own schedule. You can see that we are going to have a guest speaker assignment, and I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go through the syllabus at this time. We will not have a career development paper this term, so I'm going to go ahead and hide that. That doesn't create any confusion, but we will not have a career development project paper this term. Now, when you open the syllabus, of course, you click here. And if you've already looked at the syllabus, I'm going to point out something new to you that I've added. And you can see that we have my contact information, of course, is online, as I've mentioned, the office hours there list again. This is an optional textbook, okay? This is where I've received a few emails from some of you about the textbook and the homework. It is optional. You do not have to acquire this. It's optional. What I have done is I've added a link now to where you can go and register for the textbook. There's a 2-week trial period that I think you should take advantage of, and now would be the time to go ahead and take advantage of that. I've been waiting to provide this information because I wanted you to have a chance to get in and start to get your feet wet with some of the material. But now that you've had the chance to do that, this is a good time to go ahead and acquire that book. And I think it might be the 9th edition now, but that's okay. You can see that I've set up the link for that for this particular textbook. Okay. Now, when you take a look at the information, if it's not the 9th edition, it might be the 8th. I'm not sure now if it's the 8th or the 9th, whichever one it is, you can go ahead and follow that link and take advantage of the 2-week trial period. You do not have to acquire the book. It is optional. Okay, so you can see the course description, and I'll let you read through that on your own. Okay, exams. Okay, we have 3 exams in this class. Most of our grade is based on the exam. You must take the exams when they are scheduled. Okay, you must take the exams when they are scheduled. I am not going to be reopening exams if you miss the scheduled dates for the exams. There are no makeup exams. You have to take them when they are scheduled. Okay, and you can read through that policy there. As I said, we'll have most of our points, 75% of our points will come from the 3 exams, and then there will be the guest speaker write-up. Now, for the guest speaker write-up, you can do that at any time, although I recommend that you probably wait until after the first midterm so that you get a little more sense of some of the topics that are being discussed by the guest speaker. When you look in iLearn, basically there's a video there. There is the guest speaker slides. You download the slides, you watch the video, and then you respond to the rubric questions that are there. Okay, and it is important, it is very important that when you respond to this, you make sure that it is 3 pages. I'm not too particular on this. I just didn't want, somebody to just, take advantage by putting some giant print on there. So, just keep it reasonable in terms of the size of the font and whatnot. And then it is important that you answer these questions. Sometimes folks start writing from their heart about what the guest speaker spoke about, and they forget to look at the rubric and respond to the specific things that are discussed there. Okay, not particularly tough on how I grade that. It does need to be turned in on time, however, okay, which is at the end of the semester here, 5/21 2022 at 11:59 p.m. That's at night, right? Okay, so just make sure you turn it in by then, and you should be in pretty good shape, and just make sure you respond to those questions, okay? Week to week, we have the chapter slides, okay? We have the lecture. My advice is that you set up 1 or 2 periods, because the lectures tend to go about 2 hours or so. You know, if you don't want to sit for the full 2 hours, you can just go ahead and watch for an hour, go ahead and, you know, do something else, turn to another task, relax, have a, you know, have a Coke and a smile, as they say, whatever. And then, you know, come on back and finish up the lectures. The slides go along with the lectures. And then there's always a practice midterm, okay? And I go through several of the questions from the practice midterms during the lectures as well. If you follow the lectures, if you go and you watch the lectures, you practice with these midterms, by the time you get to our exams, our midterms, you will be in very good shape, okay? You will not have any problem answering the questions that will be on your exams. Typically, I will go ahead and put the exams, probably the exams, you know what I'll do? I'll create a module that I'll put near the top here, okay? And I'll call that exams. You'll click in to the exam at the designated time and take the exam. I give you 3 hours to take a 30 multiple choice exam. You'll do it right here in iLearn online. So let's just look back at the syllabus to make sure we are comfortable with the dates here, and we go by weeks. We've obviously have already started. Your first exam will be at the end of February here, and it'll open at, and I always have to double check my calendar to make sure I know which dates I'm talking about here, okay? It will open for you on week 5 on February. That'll open on February 20th. That's the Sunday at 12 a.m. 12 midnight. Okay, when it's still dark outside, I doubt you'll be up at that time. Okay, it'll be 12 a.m. on Sunday. It will remain open until the 26th of February at 11:59. That is Saturday night, 11:59. So it is open, if you count that up, for the entire week, for 7 days. It stays open for 7 days. You have 7 days to pick a 3-hour window to where you will open, start, and complete the exam. Once you open it, you cannot close it and come back and reopen and say, well, I only have been open for a minute, so I've still got 2 hours and 59 minutes left, and think you can come back. Once you open it, the 3-hour clock starts running, and it will not turn back. Okay, and it will not yield you any extra time if you were to close it. Once you close it, it's submitted and your attempt is over. You only get one attempt to answer 30 multiple choice questions in 3 hours. Okay, most of my students do very, very well on these exams. They are derived from the material that we've talked about in the lectures for that week. So in the lectures for the weeks leading up to the midterm. So our first midterm will be on chapters 1, 2, and 3. And so on. Right now, guys, make a note of the days for the exams, including the final exam, and make sure that you take those, during the scheduled time. Okay. All right. I think those are the main things I wanted to cover here. At this point, I think your main task would be to make sure that you're really focusing in on chapter 2. Chapter 1, okay, but really chapter 2, chapter 3 are the heavy emphasis on that first midterm, okay? So make sure you are looking at that material, and go ahead at this point now and take advantage of that free trial period with McGraw-Hill. Okay, well, have a good semester, and keep up the good work. Thanks, guys.